If you guys are looking for fast, cheap, and reliable NBA 2K19 MT, make sure to visit the link in the description and use code MASSIVE for 5% off all orders. So welcome back to another My League rebuild here on NBA 2K19. In today's video, we are going to be doing a Nassir Little Trailblazers rebuild, one of the biggest steals of the 2019 NBA draft. Man fell all the way to 25. Most mock drafts had him as a top 12, top 13, 14 pick. He was a really, really highly rated prospect going in this year. Didn't have the best year at North Carolina, excuse me. I personally think he was the absolute steal of the draft, him and Bol. That's my two opinions on that. I think he's going to be a great fit on the Trailblazers, who really need some good youth on this team. I think he's going to fit in very well. I hope he starts on day one. Will he? Probably not, just because, like, look at the fucking small forwards on this team. And I'm pretty sure Rodney Hood might actually start at small forward as well. So, I don't know. Basically, if you don't know what I'm going to be doing today, I am using an updated roster. And I'm sure there are very much questions about, like, free agents and stuff like that. So, the name of the roster, it's created by Lil Saint BB21, LILBB Saint 21, if you can figure out how that goes. I'll try to remember to leave it down below in the description. Huge shout out to you, man. You make a very good roster, very accurate with all the rookie overalls and stuff like that. Contracts are all fixed. Basically, what he ended up doing is, since free agency hasn't started, so he's obviously not going to sit there and predict where everybody's going to go. I actually liked how he really did it. He just basically put everybody on their contracts, their expiring contracts. So free agents this year will be free agents next year and stuff like that. Unfortunately, we are behind a year because you can't really implement a roster and start today, or it really wouldn't be start today. But we are basically just in a My League. We're just going to be a year behind. And so this 2020 draft will actually say the 2019 draft, but you know what I mean. So back to this Trailblazers team. I think, honestly, we're going to have 4 out of 5 starters for this video. I mean, I don't plan on trading any of these 3, and obviously in all these rebuilds, except for the Bol one, which was a little bit of a disappointment, that I did sign Anthony Davis, and Bol ended up coming off the bench. But yeah, we have 4 starters pretty much for this whole video. We're just going to have to basically figure out the power forward position. I honestly wouldn't even mind playing Nurkic there if it does come to it. So it's weird not to be in the offseason right now because I can't just trade shitty contracts for picks, which is a little bit unfortunate, but I'm honestly fine with it. What I actually might look to do is maybe move Enes Kanter. I do like Enes Kanter, but I believe, yeah, he's in the last year of his deal. I actually want to see what the free agent situation looks like. Okay, so he does have some free agents here, which is interesting. I don't think we're going to have any cap space to sign anybody. Like, if we could just sign, like, Julius Randle. Oh, man, I wish. I'm sure somebody will pick him up, though. So, Enes Kanter, I'm going to look to maybe move for a power forward. I would prefer, like, don't get me wrong, I could roll out Nurkic and Kanter. But then again, Kanter is going to demand like 25 mil this offseason, and I'm just not willing to give him that. Also, I'm sorry I missed an upload day. I know I was on an absolute tear of just uploading videos every day. I don't really know. I just kind of needed like a day, and it kind of like slipped my mind. I thought I had a video ready to go, and I didn't at all. So that's my bad. I messed that one up, but hopefully I'll make up for it soon. So him and Mo Harkless could actually probably get me a little bit of a better player because the money will work out, bigger contract. If not, I can try Evan Turner. There are a whole lot of bad contracts on this team, man. Like, it needs to be figured out, like, ASAP. What do we want to do? I'm just looking for a power forward. I might go with Kelly Olynyk, honestly, who I believe I did see. Yeah, Kelly Olynyk. It's not the best trade in the world. It's not the worst trade in the world. I believe, yeah, he's a player option, which he's most likely going to accept. We're just going to do the trade. It's not the best. It's not the worst. It'll be more than suitable for now. So what I am going to do, Nassir Little will be in the starting lineup over Jake Layman. Layman's going to move down here. Zach Collins and Myers Leonard. I'm actually going to move Zach Collins down to the power forward position. Where I actually think he plays a little bit better. I feel like he's a better like tall ball 4 than he is a backup center. So Collins is actually going to be our 6th man. Rodney Hood's going to get 7th man. 18. We'll go 15 here. Little again is starting over Jake Layman. I'm sorry, who will end up playing 10 minutes a night. I'm actually just going to go 9-man rotation. Yeah, Evan Turner's not even going to play. Imagine getting paid. I think I'm going to actually send Anthony Simmons to the G League. Imagine getting paid $18 million to do nothing. Oh, that would be the life. That would just be the goddamn life. We're going to play you 34 minutes a night. We'll go 31 here. And honestly, actually, we'll do a 36, 32, and then a 34th to Nurkic. So that's going to be the rotation. Year number 1. It's going to be Lillard, McCollum as our backcourt. Obviously, one of the best backcourts in the NBA. Nassir Little starting at the small forward position. Kelly Olynyk. Pretty good stretch floor guy. Definitely can't hurt. And then Yusuf Nurkic at the power forward position. Off the bench, Zach Collins, Rodney Hood, Myers Leonard, and Jake Layman. I think I am going to send Anthony Simmons to the G League. Definitely will not help, or not help, I meant hurt. Oh boy, and I'll see you guys at the end of the first year. So end of year number 1, we end up with a record of 53-29. Probably good enough for maybe a 3-4 seed in the Western Conference. Harden MVP, Zion Rookie of the Year in New Orleans. I mean, what else can you really expect? Lou Williams, 6th man. Giannis, Defensive Player of the Year. Josh Richardson, Most Improved. I really like that. Cool to see. Mike D'Antoni does get Coach of the Year. So we end up as the 3 seed. Pretty good projection. I'll honestly take it. Would have been a 2 seed in the East. So not bad nonetheless. Lillard, holy fucking shit. 29 points. 3.5 boards, 7 assists. Yeah, you're not going anywhere. CJ McCollum, not bad as well. Yusuf Nurkic, Nassir Little. Really good rookie year, especially being, what, probably the 4th option on this team. So first round here, we are taking on the Denver Nuggets, who are going to be very, very good. I think they're on the come up. I honestly think they could be a team in the Western Conference Finals this year, and I say that with all intended purposes. I definitely think they could be. So round 1, we actually end up beating them in 6 games. Round number 2, the Jazz somehow end up beating LeBron, Anthony Davis, and the rest of the Lakers, and so I'll take it. Utah might be tough, but I think we should be able to sneak by them. Up 3-2 right now, and we end up winning in 6, and it's going to be us and the Clippers who beat the Warriors. I mean, it's not like they signed Kawhi, because Kawhi's still on. I believe Kawhi is still on. Yeah, it's just the normal Clippers team. I guess it's just grit and grinding, but it looks like we're going to sweep them. Could we potentially go for a three-peat here? It's going to be us and Philadelphia here in the NBA Finals. We lose game 1. All right, well, I spoke too soon. We're going to get swept, and Ben Simmons, Rookie of the Year and Finals MVP. So it's unfortunate. I guess a two-peat. Hey, but that team making the Finals in the first year, especially with all the bad contracts we have in this team, I will take. I don't really plan on firing Terry Stotts. I actually think he's a pretty good head coach. You're fired, though. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. Randy Martin, if you want to come here, I'll take Graham. Assistant coach. Oh, Peterson's not here. Oh, looks like there's actually some new coaches in here. Like Steve Clifford's here. Larry Drew. I just need an assistant coach. This is my best assistant coach. Seriously? Oh boy, that's just not ideal. Update, not good. Yeah, the best assistant coach here, I guess, is theoretically not Jerry Stackhouse. All right, I'll take Conrad Oakley. Where's my boy Trent Peterson? What the hell? Lil St. BB, if you could fix that, man, I know you watch the videos. That would be much appreciated. I mean, he's my boy. I can't just diss him like that. So let's head up to the draft for now. We do have ended up, or Jesus, we ended up with pick 27. I should have sent Gary Trent Jr. to the G League. God damn it, I'm stupid. All right, well, I didn't send him to G League, so this does make me, or potentially leave me room to maybe trade him and maybe try to move up in the draft. Actually, looks like a bunch of our bad contracts did come off the books, which is nice. And how about pick 27? And I'll also throw you 2 second-round picks as well. Could I maybe move up to potentially, like, pick 8 or something? Pick 8 with the Celtics. Yeah, it's probably not going to happen. It's a little high. How about, like, pick 12? 12 the Knicks have, and they agree to that. Okay, so we do have pick 12. I'm honestly not sure who's going to be there. I'll stick with you guys through the draft just to see who's there. This is obviously the 2020 draft. It's going to say 2019 because we are a year behind. So let's see who's went so far. Anthony Edwards, McDaniels, Green. Okay, pretty much. Oh, Archie Hampton fell a little bit. LaMelo was the pick. Oh, never mind. I thought we had 10 for some reason. All right, so we're here. I don't need a guard at all. I think this is a very guard-heavy draft. Khalil Whitney. Vernon Carey Jr. is here. Yeah, I'm going to take him out of Duke. He's going to be a 78 overall. He honestly could slide down to the power forward position for me. Oh, he's actually only 75 overall. Did it not say 78? Or am I just tripping? I have no idea. Olynyk is going to accept. He's going to be traded. Simmons is up to a 77. He's going to probably be a backup for us. Zach Collins is going to come back as well. So I'm feeling pretty good about this team. Olynyk is unfortunately going to get moved. Cap space is not going to be our friend right now. We don't have a lot of it. I'm hoping we have maybe around 13 mil. When it's all said and done, I'm going to take a first in Felicio, and then I'm just going to flip Felicio, hopefully to Golden State. Screw them over a little bit. They want to give me Eric now. I'm just going to see if... Oh, I actually only have 2 offers. All right, 2 seconds from Milwaukee for Cristiano Felicio works for me, and I'm praying we have like 15 mil in cap space to sign somebody. Horde, no. Scalabus here, I didn't know was on this team. Jake Layman. No, I'm just going to get somebody different. I just don't want you on this team. I'm not going to lie. So let's head up to Moratorium. We're working with roughly... Okay, we actually have 13 mil in cap space. That's not bad. Porzingis free agent. Okay, Simmons is a free agent. Good. It does keep them restricted. Lil St. BB, good job keeping on that. All right. Oh, Donkey's a free agent? I did not know that. I actually, you know what? I think it combined 2 free agency classes. That's what it did. That's why. Okay, so free agency is going to be loaded. Honestly, we have bird rights on a couple guys. Rodney Hood would not be a bad guy to bring back eventually. Evan Turner, no thank you. Yeah, I'd probably like to do that eventually. But we do need to get a starting power forward. I wouldn't mind, maybe, I guess, whatever the hell his name is, starting Vernon Carey Jr. He really can't shoot at all, and neither can Nurkic. So that's the only reason I'm a little hesitant, especially in this league. I mean, especially with Nassir Little having a D+ 3-pointer. So I would like to maybe get somebody a little bit different, like a Rudy Gay. I mean, I guess if I sign him, could I maybe, theoretically, do I have to renounce the rights on Rodney Hood? I do, don't I? Yeah, shit. All right, that's going to suck. But actually, I think if he's here in free agency after Moratorium, after I sign Rudy Gay, I might still be able to sign him. This game sometimes glitches. Maybe not. Or maybe he just got signed. I have no idea. Do I have bird rights on anybody? No, I do not. Okay, so I am actually going to move Rudy Gay down to the small forward position, and then I'm going to go ahead and trade him. He's actually going to go up to an 85 overall, so maybe the man will have some trade value. I'll do my first in the next 2 consecutive years. What the actual fuck? Oh, okay. I didn't think I'd be getting offered John Morant. Cam Reddish is there. Wow. Lonzo. Wow. DeMar is here. He really cannot play power forward, though. I need a power forward. Every time I look for a specific position, I literally never get offered it. And it's absolutely crazy. But it is going to happen. Aldridge, 24 mil. How much did I pay Gay? I paid him 12 mil. So, all right, let's go power forward / center, making like $12.5 million. I think that's basically where we're probably going to cap out at. So they have to obviously be signed to a team. I just got John Collins in a recent rebuild. Marvin Bagley would be interesting. I don't know if I'm going to have the trade. He's untouchable. Never mind. Kuzma, there's no way they're going to have the money. That's not happening. I don't want Tristan Thompson. Jaren Jackson Jr. could be interesting. Are they going to say he's untouchable? Okay, and Rudy actually has more trade value. I definitely could actually get this to go through. I mean, I was kind of looking for more of a guy who could stretch the floor a little bit and potentially shoot the ball a little bit. But you know what? Jaren Jackson Jr. is going to be as good as it gets. He actually has a B- 3-pointer. Mid-range jumper isn't great. So let's see what we're looking at with positions right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I'm going to get a backup small forward. McCollum's just going to get a lot of minutes. So let's see my small forward options here, and then we'll pretty much call that an offseason. Whenever I do a Trailblazers rebuild, I mean, they're fun. They're just not like, oh, Danny Green. Actually, you know what? No, I want Roberson. That's unbelievable defense coming off the bench. They are fun to do because, like, I really like seeing them succeed. But, like, also at the same time, there's not a ton of moves I can make because you already have 3 starters locked up. I mean, I guess in this one we actually had 4, but I'm still feeling really good about this team. I'll see you guys at the start of year number 2 with the rotation. So year number 2, this is what the rotation is going to look like. Dame and CJ still going to be our backcourt. Nassir Little at the small forward position. Jaren Jackson Jr. and Yusuf Nurkic rounding out our front court. Off the bench, we do have Andre Roberson, Vernon Carey Jr., Zach Collins, and Anthony Simmons. I'm feeling really good about this team. Potentially a championship, and I'll see you guys at the end of year number 2. So Nikola Jokic does take home the MVP award year number 2. 64-18 this year. Absolutely will take that. LaMelo Ball, Rookie of the Year. DeMarcus Cousins, 6-man. What team is he on? He ended up signing with the New York Knicks, so did they sign somebody else as well? Giannis, Malcolm Brogdon, Terry Stotts. Who did they think? I always am just curious about these things. That he's backing up DeAndre Jordan. I don't fucking understand any of these goddamn signings, but standings on the year, best record in the NBA by far. Absolutely will take it. Oh my Damian goddamn Lillard, dude. 31 points, 8 assists. Holy shit. McCollum, not bad. Nurkic. Little, I will honestly take. Hopefully we can get up to like an 81, 82 overall by the end of this video. Jaren Jackson Jr. was solid as well. I'm sure he was really good defensively. Vernon Carey Jr. off the bench. Zach Collins. Simmons, and I'm sure Roberson was unbelievable defensively. Rebounds was Nurkic. Assists was Lillard. First round of the playoffs here, taking on the Phoenix Suns. Oh, we lose game 1. I was literally just about to say I'm feeling pretty confident. We end up losing game 1, which is, seriously? There's no way we're losing this series. It's not happening. It's not. Nope. I'm going to open my eyes when we won this series. Are you fucking kidding me? Bro, like, dead ass, like, how in the fuck do we... It's just ridiculous. I mean, if they go on to beat the Warriors, I'll say, did they sign somebody? Or is it literally just a young core? They have Marcus Smart now. Drafted Jaden or Jalen? Jaden's the better one. Josh Jackson, I don't fucking understand this shit sometimes. Oh, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I wanted to win a championship this year, but you know what? I guess we're going to have to do it in the last year. So here goes nothing. It looks like it's going to be the Warriors in the NBA Finals, either taking on Atlanta or Charlotte. Okay, Atlanta's low-key had an absolutely unbelievable rebuild. Like, I don't know the name of their GM, but huge shout out to him. The man is putting on a clinic on how to rebuild a team. They signed Nikola Vucevic, which would also be a really good signing. He's going to take home Finals MVP. Even though, did they draft? No. They have Reddish and is Jackson Hayes on the Pelicans? Did they take Jackson Hayes? I honestly get so confused. Is he on the Hawks? No, he's on the Pelicans. Who else did the Hawks draft? Hawks drafted Reddish. Was it only Reddish? Or did they trade? I don't fucking know. Hawks NBA draft. I honestly forget who they took. Rating all 3 Atlanta Hawks picks. Like, how the hell am I this stupid? Oh, they have DeAndre Hunter too. I'm so fucking dumb. It's unbelievable. Okay. Never mind. It's so not important. I just get curious about these things. So we need a new CFO. Sure. Terry Stotts, you can... do I want to fire you? Who is here? Steve Clifford, Nate McMillan. No, I'm going to roll with Terry Stotts. I think he's a really good head coach. I mean, he has Dame out here averaging 31 points. I mean, he's obviously doing something right. So let's head up to the draft now. I don't think we're going to have any picks. No, we are not. I don't really see many moves we should do with this team. I'm pretty comfortable with where this team's at. Maybe just another year of growth and development. I mean, our backcourt are deep veterans. Our bench is not. I actually have a few young guys on the bench. So maybe I could look to maybe improve the bench a little bit. I like Roberson for that defense, obviously. Tatum's a free agent. Wholly restricted. Bradley Beal made it to free agency. Cap space is not our friend. I think we have around 11 mil or 9 mil in cap space. So 1-2. I wouldn't mind maybe looking to improve. I don't really know. We do need a new backup power forward. Little's obviously starting the whole video. Maybe moving Anthony Simmons. What did he put up numbers wise? Like I'll check his per 36. He put up 4 and that's not awful. That's not horrible. If I can improve it, I'm obviously going to do it. And I still have picks. We'll do these two first and second round pick right here. JaMychal Green wouldn't be bad. Landry Shamet. Harrison Barnes. I just don't need a small forward at all, though. Actually, I could take Harrison Barnes. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to move Roberson back to the shooting guard position. Yeah, I think that's going to be the move there. And then Lillard just won't get a backup. He'll probably actually average even more points. So Roberson is going to go down 3 overalls. Naturally, he's a shooting guard anyways. So I'm going to trade Justin Jackson either for a power forward or for a first-round pick. And then if not, I'll just sign a power forward in free agency. I don't even know who I'm going to be able to get. But we'll do him in 2 first. If I see any big men that I would be willing to accept, I will obviously do that. Kizzy Opala. I'm not really seeing anybody here. Hernan Gomez could be an option. I just get him so much, though. So I think we're just going to go ahead and move Justin Jackson, who I just don't really need on this team in the slightest. First-round pick, potentially. Myers Leonard, we could bring back Brook Lopez, but we're just going to take a first-round pick for the Miami Heat, which actually looks like it had some value. But let's see if we can sign anybody here who's worth signing. I could just bring back Kelly Olynyk. I have Zach Collins. I'm so fucking dumb. It's unbelievable. Good Lord, Zach Collins, welcome back to the team. We are all set. I'll see you guys at the start of the third and final year. So third and final year, this is what the rotation is going to look like. Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum, still our backcourt. I didn't really feel like trading either one of these guys. I mean, Lillard especially is just putting up unbelievable numbers. Maybe could have looked to move McCollum, but I'm fine with it. Also, I never even mentioned this. I signed Lillard, McCollum, and Nurkic to contract extensions last year during the year. Probably should have mentioned that. It's unfortunate Nassir Little's still at a 79, but hopefully by the end of the season. And then rounding out the starting 5, Jaren Jackson Jr. and Yusuf Nurkic off the bench. Vernon Carey Jr., Zach Collins, Harrison Barnes, and Andre Roberson. I'm feeling really good about this team. I'll see you guys at the end of the third and final year. So end of year number 3, 62-20, but more importantly, Damian Lillard finally wins an MVP award. I will take that. Jalen Johnson, Bol. That's what I'm talking about right there. Giannis Antetokounmpo, James Wiseman, and Terry Stotts does win Coach of the Year for back-to-back years. So this has got to be it. This is the last shot at it. I'm feeling pretty good. Player stats, Lillard, oh my God. McCollum, Nurkic, Nassir Little up to an 81. Nurkic on the year, 13 and 10.5. I'll take that. Jaren Jackson Jr. Like a few more boards. I'm hoping you're playing good defense. You're up to an 89 overall, though. I really can't complain. Nurkic, rebounds. Lillard, assists. LeBron, Anthony Davis, I'm assuming. Is Anthony Davis still on the team? I'll simulate game 1, and then I'll check that out. Yes, he is. He did re-sign with LA. That's a really good 8 seed. I would much rather face, like, Minnesota, I guess. But we end up sweeping them somehow, and we lose to the Suns in the first round last year. But no, we beat LeBron and Anthony Davis, Kyle Kuzma, whoever the hell else they signed. But we lose to Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton. Yep, that's definitely it. Round 2 here with Minnesota. We end up winning in 6. It's going to be us and Utah in the Western Conference Finals. Toronto, New York over there in the East. Battle of a 5 and a 6 seed. Pretty interesting to see. So whoever does win the West will have home court advantage in the NBA Finals. We end up winning in 5, and it's going to be us and Toronto. Let's check out their team. They're going to have Kawhi, Siakam, Lowry. Ooh, they signed Derek Favors. That'd be interesting. All right. I'm feeling pretty good about our chances. We're currently tied at 1 game apiece, down 2-1. Come on, 2K. Don't do me like this. Don't do me like this. Let's go. We're going to be here in Game 6 in Toronto. I'm going to shut Drake's ass up on the sideline. Come on, let's go. Oh, my God. We're going to win the game. I'll see you guys in the game. So I'm pretty happy with the way this team came out. I do want to make sure my starters are in the game. But I feel like I kind of got a couple guys that I don't get a ton in, like Jaren Jackson Jr. I don't really use Nurkic that much. I obviously only use Lillard when I'm on the Trailblazers because you can't really trade for him or sign him. I get McCollum a decent amount. Bench-wise, Harrison and Barnes, I really never feel like I get. And then I Zach Collins and then Vernon Carey Jr. Honestly, not horrific. I do get Andre Roberson a decent amount. Not like an aggressive amount, I would say. All right, Nassir Little's got 21 points on the night. I'm going to call for the ISO. I'm going to get a pick from Vernon Carey Jr. right here. And we look at that pick and roll with Siakam right up to Vernon Carey Jr. for the slam. I hope Nassir Little turns into an absolute steal for the Trailblazers. They've been trying to work out that small forward position for so long. I mean, Mo Harkless, swing and a miss. Evan Turner was potentially one of the worst signings. Like, it was at the 2016 offseason. I mean, he was just a product of Brad Stevens out of Boston. Like, just that year, the 2016 free agency, I believe, is when the cap spiked hard and, like, a bunch of mediocre to potentially, at best, average players got paid. Oh, shit, that's a horrible pass. Got paid a dumb amount of money. And, like, it just fucked up so many teams. Like, the Trailblazers are obviously one of them. One of the teams that had hurt. Oh, my, Jaren Jackson Jr. One of the teams that got hurt really badly by that. I'm trying to think of other teams off the top of my head. Who else has, like, bad contracts? I know there are some out there. I'm literally just trying to think of some off the top of my head, and I really can't. But the Trailblazers are by far, like, I would say the worst. They just have so many bad contracts. I mean, the Nicholas Batum contract was a product of that as well. That's obviously a horrible contract. I don't think Chris Paul was a product. Ooh, is this the Nassir Antetokounmpo? That's pretty cool to see. I don't think Chris Paul was a product of that. I just think, oh, wow, the Nassir. Chris Paul is just such an awful contract. John Wall, was he or was he not? I honestly don't really remember if Wall was in that class or not, or was he the one after? I'm not sure, but John Wall has a dumbass contract, which is literally probably going to turn into the same situation as Chris Paul. I call John Wall Fat Boy, by the way. I don't know if you guys like that or not, because he, like, tripped up his stair going down his stairs and, like, tore his Achilles. Just, like, one of the funniest things I've literally ever heard. Like, oh, God. And the Wizards, I hope the Wizards trade Bradley Beal. I know they said they don't want to. I mean, if you can trade John Wall, obviously do that and then build around Bradley Beal, because he's obviously, I would say at this point, way more valuable than John Wall, especially, like, contract-wise and obviously age-wise as well. But I don't know if you're going to find a trade for that John Wall contract, especially when he's injured with that Achilles injury. I mean, you just can't trip up. Oh, my God, good block. Oh, come on. That's stupid. We'll do one more offensive possession. But I was going to say, I don't think you're going to be able to trade that John Wall contract really anytime soon. I mean, if I were a team, like, looking for a good point guard that, like, could be elite, I would much rather take that John Wall contract versus the Chris Paul, just because John Wall is younger, better, and I think it's only slightly more money, and I think the years are the same, but I don't know. Getting back to this, we're going to win the finals, and I'll see you guys with the finals MVP. So I'm going to assume Damian Lillard won finals MVP, and yeah, the man put up numbers, did win finals MVP, and a regular season MVP, so pretty cool to see. So yeah, this was the Nassir Little Trailblazers rebuild. I thought this was an absolute steal for them here. Didn't have the best year at UNC this year, but I honestly think, I don't know, might have been a fluke, something like that. I think he's going to be great on the Trailblazers, especially with Dame, CJ, just kind of building with them. So hopefully he starts. I don't know if he'll start day one. I think like Mo Harkless, Evan Turner, still going to get a lot of minutes, but if he can eventually work his way into the rotation, maybe come off the bench, 6th, 7th man first half of the year, maybe work his way into the starting lineup after that, I think that would be really great. So if you guys do want to see any other prospect rebuilds, I've done the majority of them. I mean, it wasn't really hard to predict the top 3, and that's obviously like the ones that people mainly want to see. So I could do a new look Hawks rebuild with both their draft picks, DeAndre Hunter, Cam Reddish. If you want to see that, feel free to let me know that down below in the comment section. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are new, make sure to go subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. Links in the description as always. Thank you guys so much for all your support. I'll catch you guys all in the next one.